Good morning. For those that may not know me, my name is Jim Court. I am a 65-year-old guy that is concerned about family and a few other things, and I've found ways to use cloud computing, the big companies like Google and Facebook and all that, to my advantage. One of my concerns is preserving family history, a way to pass down information to my kids, my grandkids, and even anybody else that might be interested could be in this. So I'd like to take you on a little tour of what I'm doing. It's a project I've been working on for several years, putting it together. It's one of those things that'll never be done. So what I'm talking about to begin with is Discord. This is a service that a lot of companies use. There's different levels, but the basic level that I'm in here is free for anybody. You can create your own Discord server. It's a form of social media, and you can make it into whatever you want. It's completely private. Nobody gets into this unless I want them to. They have to be invited. So you would go here, create an invite link, and it can even be good for just a short time. You know, you can build this out to be anything you want. You can set permissions for the different members as to what they have access to. So there can be levels within levels. My first priority when I first started doing this was my mom is 90 years old, or well, she'll be 90 in May, and she had these photo albums all around the house that I've seen since I was a little kid. And coming from a big family, there's 7 kids. Mom was a good Catholic. None of this information can be split up amongst everybody. Between 7 kids, we've all had our own kids and grandkids, and they're having kids. So the family tree spreads out pretty quick. How do you keep all this information? So in Mom's albums, there's pictures that go back to the early 1900s, maybe even late 1800s. I'm not really sure. There's a lot of stuff in there that I wasn't able to identify, but a couple of years ago I started, in an effort to preserve all this stuff, started scanning all her pictures, all her albums, and I'll show you a little bit of it here. Go back to, oh, yeah, like here, these are my grandparents, going back to when they were first married. Pictures of all kinds of stuff from family, going way back. And these are all things that would be lost, especially in a big family. So I decided to put them all in here, and they're in one place. That this can run forever, or at least as long as the internet exists, and other members of my family can be invited in. So I think it's important that there's a way to share all this information, especially when you've got a lot of people. There's a lot of different interests within the family. Like I've owned restaurants, and so have other members of my family. Everybody likes to eat. Everybody likes to cook. So we started putting together family recipes. I'm an avid stock trader. I use this to journal my stock trades, like in here, where I can take pictures of the chart, put up, anything, what my thoughts are, what's going on with the trades, that kind of thing, whether I made money, lost money, whatever. It's a very good way to document what I'm doing and learn from it. You learn from both profits and losses. So my grandson has expressed interest in learning how to trade, so I started putting together something in here for him and anybody else also, but it's starting with, you know, a guide kind of where to start, you know, what to look at. I'm trying to save him some time, put him down the right path to learn, and not have to spend any money. There's a lot of things I belong to, memberships specifically for stock trading, education, information. I've put a lot of their information that I pay a subscription fee to some of these places, and I watch their videos and keep their ebooks. You know, it's stuff I don't want to lose. So if I were to stop paying the subscription fee, I would no longer have access to their information. So I've made copies of it and put it in this section here, which is very private. I'm the only one that has access to all of this at the moment, at least. I can sign in, I'll show you here, under a different name using their whoops, wrong icon. Using their desktop app. I'm signed in here under another identity that I created. This is specifically so that I can check to make sure I've got permissions set right or set the way I want them. So you'll notice that you don't even see that education part in here, because the material that's in there is proprietary to the companies, you know, that I subscribe to. It's not something that I want to be shared publicly. It's copyrighted material, but it is something that I want to preserve for at least myself, and I would share it with, like, my grandson, you know, maybe a few select others, things like that, to help them learn. So there's tons of information in here that I've collected and trying to put together so that I can pass it down. From the the standpoint of who's in charge of this, you can take other members, like other family members, and you can make them co-owners, so that once I pass away, when I die, there's other members of my family that will have access to all this information, so it can survive me. So there are some limitations within it, like you'll see what I'm showing you here, like, you know, there's videos, that kind of thing. You can't upload videos or large ebooks, things like that, to the Discord, at least not the free version of it. But there's ways around that. What I've done is I have, under different email identities within Google, that kind of thing, I have different YouTube channels, and I've taken my videos that I make, like in here, this is an identity that is actually not very old, because my other one is running out of room. But you can put videos in here, and you'll see, like, this one is public, but this one here is unlisted. Nobody sees that unless I let them see it. So you can control the privacy of it using YouTube. Doesn't cost anything to do this. You can put as much up here as you want. You can do the same thing within Google Drive. Like, this is one of the reasons I created another identity. See this here? Where in this particular identity, I'm using 23 meg out of 15 gig. Well, in my other, my main identity, the one I've used for years, that 15 gig is about gone. I really don't want to pay Google any money, especially not month after month. So just create another email address, and then you have more storage space. You can do the same thing with Microsoft. They offer a storage space. Within Google Drive, you've got Google Sheets, which is their version of Excel. Google Docs, which is their version of Microsoft Word. And I do this a lot. I will create, different letters, store all kinds of information up here. And from it, you can share. You can make it shareable. And then link it in here just by, these are just YouTube links where, I write a little paragraph about what it is, make the link, and here it is. And you click on the link.
Hey friends, Lucian
It'll
here
open
with
up
the
the
Bullish
video.
Bears team. This video is
You
going
know.
to be about the best times of day to
This is a fantastic way that you can pass down all of this information, preserve it, use it, even just for yourself. I mean, one of my main reasons when I first started this was just to journal all of my different stock trades, so that I can keep track of what I'm doing and learn from it, So anyway, I just wanted to pass all that along. I would like my family, at least, to get a little more involved in this. I've written about this on my Facebook page in the past, and it's never gotten the attention that I think it deserves. And so anybody that, within the family especially, that would like an invite, all you have to do is ask me. If you're seeing this, you're part of my my Facebook group, an actual friends list, which I'm pretty picky about who I allow as a friend in that deal. It's limited with just a couple of exceptions to people that I actually know very well, went to school with, grew up with, that kind of thing. It's not acquaintances and strangers, and not even people I've worked with over the years, that kind of thing. So it's a pretty small group. But anyway, if you would like to be invited into this, just let me know, and we'll go from there. So anyway, thanks for watching.